some of the important applications of the biotechnology. So first and foremost thing where we can use, first and foremost sector where we can use is health sector. Okay, in health sector, how we can use the biotechnology or genetic engineering means. So one thing is like we can use this technology in stem cell technology. So where we will be listening about something called organ replacement. Can you able to recollect organ replacement? So during this process, organs would be developed by using stem cell technology. Okay, so we'll see like what are stem cells and all those things. Okay, simply we are just giving overview or what where biotechnology can be used. Okay, so in stem cell technology for organ replacement we can use it. Okay, then for development of certain vaccines, like we have some recombinant vaccines like hepatitis B. We also had some of the vaccines like DNA vaccines, third generation vaccines which have been developed even for COVID-19 also. Like such kind of, for developing such kind of vaccines, it will be useful. And if you want to develop certain antibiotics, we also can use the process of biotechnology. So for development of drugs like antibiotics, that is one thing. And for development of certain vitamins, certain enzymes like insulin, hormone production, like what is the chief function of insulin? Chief function of, yes, to control the sugar levels. So when we have diabetes, then we will take the insulin because it reduces the blood sugar levels. So for production of the insulin, we can also use the biotechnology. So such hormonal preparations. So then gene therapy. Gene therapy is one another important application in the health sector. So sometimes we will have some defective genes. So when we try to replace those defective genes by normally functioning genes, that process is known as gene therapy. So in gene therapy also we can use the genetic engineering. And then we can also use this in certain diagnostic methods, like we will have polymerase chain reaction. So actually this enhances or accentuates the components inside one thing. So we can increase the sample size so that we can check whether there are some infections are there likewise. So PCR technique, RT-PCR, reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction. This word you might have heard with respect to COVID-19. So there we have used RT-PCR test. That was the important diagnostic test. So now can you able to recollect reverse transcription, reverse transcriptase? Their information was there in the form of RNA and we have converted that to DNA. So this is the NGM, like reverse transcriptase NGM. So first that would be converted from there to here and then PCR technique will happen. So polymerase chain reaction will happen. So that is things. So here also we can use that. Okay. So then like artificial reproduction technologies. So ART, we will say artificial reproduction. Like let's say for example, 3-parent baby technique or surrogacy. So during these methods also we will use the biotechnology or genetic engineering only. Like for example, sometimes there will be mitochondrial defects in the embryos. Okay, so there what we will do in the mothers, like for example, when they go for basic screening before fertility, so mothers may be diagnosed with certain mitochondrial defects. Okay, so in order to cure, we have said that mitochondrial DNA will be transferred only from the mother. Then that baby, for example, if this couple had a baby, then the baby will get that mitochondrial defect. So to solve, so to cure such kind of issues, what we will go? We will go for 3-parent baby method. So what is 3-parent baby? 3 parents would be there. One is that one would be father, biological father with normal nuclear DNA, okay, and mother with normal nuclear DNA, and another mother, donor mother with mitochondrial DNA. Okay, so all this DNA would be clubbed, and with the help of this, they will produce healthy embryo. Are you getting that? So as there are 3 parents involved, we are calling the technique as free parent baby technique. Okay, this is one kind of artificial reproduction technology, artificial reproduction method. So we'll be doing that. So for that process also, we'll be using the biotechnology or genetic engineering. Okay, surrogacy, mostly you are aware of surrogacy. Okay, so we'll discuss anyhow, but you are aware of surrogacy, what is that? Okay, so surrogacy, so that is one thing. Then designer baby concept, though it is unethical and it is not allowed, but there is concept called designer babies. Like we'll take all the important features, all the important genetic characteristics from different people, and we will just design a baby. So it is unethical. It is, for example, taking all the intelligence gene, taking all the beauty genes, taking all the height genes, taking all the which are accepted in the society, which will have better a kind of stereotypes in the society. With that we can do, but it is not allowed, so we can do that also. Okay, so then DNA fingerprinting in the forensics department. DNA fingerprinting plays very, very vital role. You might have heard of DNA profiling or DNA fingerprinting. So that is another important application of the genetic engineering. Okay, then pharmacogenomics. Pharmacogenomics means we will try to study the genes, and we will try to develop certain pharmaceutical developments, drugs, all those things as per to treat certain diseases. So in pharmacogenomics also we can use the biotechnology. So that is with respect to health sector. How questions can be there means simply, which of the following can be the applications of the biotechnology or genetic engineering with respect to health? They may give this tagline. So there you have to restrict yourself to health field only. So for that we need to have good list of things. Okay, so that is one thing. So in agriculture, where we can use biotechnology or genetic engineering. So it is very well known fact that for production of genetically modified crops. Now can you understand why we are using the word genetically modified crops? We are altering the composition of the genes, genetic composition. So genetically modified crops, like examples, we have BT cotton, we have BT brinjal, we have HT BT cotton, we have like a GM mustard, genetically modified mustard. Okay, so we have a lot of examples also. Let's try to see them also. Okay, so this is one another thing. Then for producing transgenic animals, so this is also one thing. Like if we talk from the perspective of sheep, we can produce transgenic sheep, transgenic mice. Transgenic means genetically modified organisms. You remember here, look at the word transgene, means we are transferring a gene from one organism to another organism. So they are also genetically modified organisms, but we will call transgenic animals or transgenic plants. Same is the word we can use. So that is one. So in tissue culture, in production of biopesticides, in production of biofertilizers, or for production of certain marine products. So there also we can use some, we can have the application of biotechnology. Okay, so that is fun. So then in industry means we were discussing about chemical engineering techniques. So there, through the process of fermentation, we can produce certain industrial products. So that would be one advantage. Then in food processing, in beverages, or in pharmaceutical industry, so we can use the application, we can have the application of biotechnology. Okay, so in the similar fashion, even in the environment also we can use. What is biotechnology? Again I am saying, technology means application of the knowledge for the welfare of the humans, we are saying. Okay, so here what we are using for this, we are using living organisms. Okay, living organisms can be plants, living organisms can be animals, living organisms can be microorganisms, or living organisms can be any living things. Okay, now you see in environment how we will use the biotechnology means, we will have a technique called bioremediation. Do you remember, to treat the pollution we have gone for bioremediation technique? So for a decontamination of specific pollutants, we have used bioremediation techniques. Can you able to remember some bioremediation techniques? Any bioremediation techniques? Anyone? Can you name any bioremediation technique examples? Bioventing, biosparging. So they're all so in situ and ex situ. With the help of living organisms, can you think? Living organisms. Think about phytoremediation. In phytoremediation, what we will use? Which plants? So phycoremediation. Yes, and phycoremediation, mycoremediation. Can you able to recollect now? So there we have used algae, there we have used bacterioremediation, bacteria. In phytoremediation, we have used plants. So here we are using living organisms. Can you see? So we are applying that knowledge. So that will also be part and parcel of biotechnology. Now can you understand? So bioremediation, so phytoremediation, mycoremediation, or like bacterioremediation, are all those things. So they are all certain another application. So for production of drought resistant crops, drought resistant crops. So in arid areas, think about the desert areas. So there water availability will be less. So in such areas, we need to develop certain drought resistant crops. So for production of that, we will have we'll have the application from genetic engineering. So that is one thing, or biotechnology. So in forestry also we can use. So likewise, in energy sector, we can produce biofuels. Okay, so biofuels is also one another important theme for UPSC.